Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my eyebrow routine and showing you how I clean, shape, and fill my brows for everyday looks. So first, let me address the elephants in the room. Yes, crazy major breakouts, I know, but what can a girl do but just make it work? So let's begin. To start, you're going to need tweezers, any pair of your choice, as well a pair of scissors to clip the hairs. And then you'll also need a cotton ball. As well, you'll want to have oil, which I'm going to be using castor oil, but coconut oil or baby oil will do. And lastly, a spoolie. And this is a elf spoolie. To start, I'll begin tweezing the bottom first and following the line that's previously there and then going to the top of the brow. You do want to be mindful not to over tweeze or over pluck. You do want to follow the natural line of your current brow shape. Now I'm going to brush the hairs upwards so that I can begin to clip any long hairs. You do want to make sure that you clip in the opposite direction in which your eyebrows lay. Both eyebrows are complete, you will go ahead and go in with your oil. This way you can soothe the tweezed area and remove any stuck on hairs. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are clean and shaped, I am now going to go ahead and fill them. So I'm going to just talk through this instead of doing a voice over, just so I can be sure to kind of give you guys a really good picture of what I'm doing. So I always do my eyebrows before I do makeup, so hence the bare face, especially when I am going to tweeze and clean my eyebrows. So as I showed you guys earlier when I went to go clean and shape my eyebrows, I do have a pimple here among others. Bad month, let's just say that, ladies. So I'm gonna show you how I conceal if this ever does happen. It's never happened to me before where I got a pimple under my eyebrow. Like, I get this and even this, but like this, it's just weird. So anyway, moving on, we're gonna go ahead and begin filling in now the eyebrows. So to do that, you're going to need a few tools. So obviously you're still going to need your spoolie. Okay, so I have my elf, this is an elf professional eyelash brush, eyebrow brush. And then to actually fill in my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the NYX eyebrow pencil. And so I'm using this in dark brown. I love this because it's also great for travel, being that it has an attached brush and the pencil is here. And it's a retractable pencil. So as you can see, it kind of pushes out the pencil as you need it. So it's really cool. So this is also really good for travel. But I use this every day. It's my go-to because it's quick, easy. So this is, what I'm showing you guys now is my everyday eyebrow routine. Also, you're gonna need a concealer and to highlight, conceal. And so I'm gonna be using my Revolution, the Makeup Revolution Ultra Cover and Conceal Palette. And I've used this before in my everyday makeup routine. And then last, I'm just going to use this brush. Picked it up at Ulta. It's just a little brush that I got. Has like bristles, flat bristles on this side, and then the smaller one on this end. And I'll be using this pencil to help with filling in. And then last, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. brush. This is a eyeshadow C brush, but I actually use it to, it's a dome shape soft bristle brush, and I use it to smooth and kind of just blend out my concealer when I place it under. So those are the tools that we're going to be using to go ahead and now fill in the brows before we do the rest of the face. So let's get started. So first I'm just going to take my spoolie and go ahead and shape the brow, brush all the hairs, making sure that they're all just kind of laid in the direction that I want my brows to go. So I brush upwards and then I will brush outwards so that I can see where the sparse parts of my brow are. So I think I'm good. So now I'm going to actually go ahead and fill in my brow. So again, I'm using my NYX eyebrow pencil in dark brown. So I only kind of roll it out to just there. But I always start with the bottom first and define a line, and then I define a line in the top, and then I fill in all the sparse areas. And because the look, even though I'm going doing my makeup for tonight, I'm going to dinner, I want my eyebrows to kind of have like a natural look, not a dramatic glam, because I'm not going for that. If I was, I would be doing something quite different. So again, I'm just going to fill a line underneath to define, and then on top, and then fill in, so that way you kind of know what I'm doing. All right. And then I just use my finger if I mess up to kind of clean anywhere where I'm kind of going a little too outside of the lines, and then I finish. And so you always want to follow the natural shape of your eye and then end where your eye ends. So I wouldn't like in here, I kind of bring it out a little bit more to make sure it kind of goes with the shape of my eye. Okay, so I've done the top and then I've done the bottom. So now I'm going to kind of fill it in, and I take really light strokes because I'm not trying to I have thick eyebrows, and if I go too heavy-handed, my eyebrows will look super thick. So just light strokes to kind of fill in the sparse areas. This sound, and it's a funny story. I actually got that from one of my favorite movie, a movie that one of my favorite actresses is in, Julia Roberts, and I make that noise. It's the scene when she's helping her stepdaughter who's mad at her, and in the movie Stepmom, and she's helping her stepdaughter create realistic trees, and so she does that. So it's funny, I just do it because it's reminds me to just be light. And there it is. So now we're going to go ahead and conceal. Okay, so going into the Revolution palette, as you can see, I use this one quite a bit. This is more of my conceal, and then I'll use a lighter shade to highlight. So I'm going to go in with this one first so that I can conceal this and kind of blend out the demarcation between the eyebrow and my eyelid. Okay, all right, so using my little brush, dual brush, I'm going to go ahead and use the smaller side to grab product, and not a lot, just a little bit, because you're only trying to conceal. So as you can see, I just lightly swooped it under here, and then I'm also going to bring it on top. So I only dip my brush once, and it gives me more than enough product for top and bottom. And as you can see, that's already starting to diminish. Okay, now I like to add some here, but again, I only dipped enough for the bottom and the top, more just to put some here, and it really only takes a little bit. And then I kind of brush it up. Now my concealer has kind of it also kind of worked as a highlighter right now, and I want to go for a natural look. I'm not really going to do my highlight part so for this, because like I said, when I do my full makeup, I'm going out, so I wanted to kind of go with my look. Now I'm taking my Dome C brush and just brushing that, just so I brush this way, and then I begin to bring it down so that it blends with the eye and it all kind of looks a little bit more cohesive. and then I brush the top outward, and boom, there we go. So as you can see, this is already diminishing. You really can't see it like you saw before. It is gonna obviously still stick out, but it is what it is, you know. It's what happens, ladies, right? So now I'm just gonna brush to make sure that the pencil is smooth across my brows and blended very well. And that's voila, eye number one. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and work on this guy, just like we did this one, and keep going. All right guys, so that's it for this tutorial, and here's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if so, then give this video a thumbs up. If you have not already, click the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. If you have not already, then click the subscribe button down below, and then boom.